Hello everyone, I've been getting a lot of comments asking about how I do my AI BeamNG races, so I thought I'd make a video showing you exactly how I do it for all my videos so that you can have exciting and fun BeamNG races at home too. So this should work for any map, including modded maps, but you're going to have to check not all modded maps work. So you can go and you can check by going into the map. And then once you're in the app, you can hit F11 to go into World Editor. It's the same movements as FreeCam. You hold your right mouse to be able to move around. You can use AWSD to move around and Shift to go faster. So if you want to check whether you can race on this track with AI, you're going to have to go up to the top here and click Decal Road Editor. And then if you hover over your track and it's got a blue outline, then you can use this track, but some tracks won't have a blue outline like this. So once you've checked that, you can just hit F11 to escape out of it, and then you need to get your car over here onto the grid. So you can either drive it out or you can fly over to where you want it to be and hit F7. Hit Control R to save its home position and hit Control E to select a new vehicle. I'm going to be using the Ibishu Persima like I always do for all my videos. It's a very good car for AI. The BeamNG system works very well with it. So I'm just going to reline it up. Now if you want a full grid of cars, you could go to your car, hit Control E, hit the car you want, and then hit spawn new, but that's a very long process. If you're going to do that for 10 cars and then have to drive them all into position, that can take a long time. So there is a faster way to do it. If you hit F11, go back to your world editor. Whoop, there's a side there. If you go from decal editor to object select, you've got to make sure you swap modes, and you can click your car, and then this gizmo will appear. And if you hit shift and then hold any of the axes, you will duplicate a car, and then you can move it into position. And you can do this. As many times as you need to get as many cars as you want. So I'm going to quickly do that for my 10 cars. Once you've got your 10 cars or however many you want in place, you set F11 to go out of that mode. Now you can tab to move between the cars, and you can Control E to select a new car if you want a different car. For example, if you wanted the other permissive, oh that's the BX, we'll just use the BX. You can just click the car you want and hit replace current, and then you can change all the cars to be whatever you want. You can also hit Control W to change the colour of your car. So I would do this for my videos, and I can just change all the colours for all the cars to be whatever I want, which is really handy. So once you're happy with the colours of your cars, then you can go to whatever car you want, doesn't matter, any car will work. Just drive forward, go to roughly the middle of the track, and then hit start hot lapping, and you can click advance so you have all the options there. But this will create a checkpoint, and the AI cars will go through all the checkpoints along your blue path that you had earlier in the video. So long as there's checkpoints all the way through the track and the next checkpoint is the shortest one, your AI will follow that path all the way around. You can just hit Shift C, whoops, and go to further part in your track and hit F7, and then hit just add checkpoint, and then fly again using FreeCam, and then hit F7 again and add checkpoint. It's a much faster way to put all your checkpoints in place than driving the whole track. Once you're at the end of your track, you want to set the last checkpoint at the start of the back straight, starting straight, and then you'll need to put your car back into position. This is future me. If you don't already have the hot lapping UI app, I forgot to say this, but if you hit escape, go to UI apps, and then add app, and then you can search up hot lapping, and it'll appear here. You just click it, click add to layout, and then you'll get the hot lapping app that's appeared here for me, and you can drag it wherever you want. I have it in this corner. You can see I already have it, so I don't need this one. I can get rid of it, and once it's there, you can just hit escape, and it'll show up like normal. Okay, once you're happy with the position of your car, at this stage the AI will already be able to race. What it needs to go is to go to whatever AI you want to drive as, and then hit start AI. Now, if you want to get rid of these annoying checkpoint markers here, you can just hit hide markers, and they'll go away. And the AI will be able to race. But at this stage, they won't really overtake that much. They'll kind of just follow each other in line. If they get too close to the guy in front, like purple is here, then they won't actually want to overtake. They'll just follow and stay behind. So to change that, we can hit reset. And sometimes all your cars will reset, sometimes you have to go through each one. Hit stop timer, and they'll all go back to normal. And then you want to go down to this UI app over here. If you don't have it, hit escape, UI apps, add app, and then you can search up AI control. And it's the same for the hot lapping app. So you can just click it and then click add to layout and then drag it to wherever you want. I already have it here, so I'm just going to X out of this one because I don't need it, and move this one. Can I move it down? No. And so once you're happy with that, you can escape out. Now, in this UI app, you want to change the risk to 1.3. This will make the cars brake later and just be a bit more aggressive. And then you also want to turn the awareness to off. This setting basically controls whether they want to overtake and be risky without really caring about the safety of other cars, or whether they would act like a normal road user and be very cautious around other cars. So we want to turn that off so that they actually race each other instead of just being polite to each other. And so you got to go around and do this to each car. Sometimes when you move across, it'll keep the information the same even though you haven't already set it for this car. And so it's not actually doing anything. You hit reset, it'll change back, and you just got to set it again. You've got to be careful of that sometimes because this might not display the correct information. Once we've done all the cars, we can go back to the car that we want to drive as. Now that I've got my new risk settings, I can hit start AI, just go to free cam, and watch the race. And you'll see they're much more aggressive, and the permissives are all burning that BX there, and they don't care. If that's slobber, they'll just go straight around it. Of course, there'll be more crashes because you've turned the risk up. You might have to tune the risk to be a little lower or higher depending on how things go. Now the BX is crushing all of the receivers. But that's how you set up BeamNG races to be more exciting and more challenging. If you ever want to not be a racer, all you have to do is move your car into the pits or somewhere out of the way, and then hit start AI from there, and then that way you can just spectate the race instead of racing. But that is how you do AI races in BeamNG. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe and watch all my AI racing videos. I'll try and get some new ones out after Christmas, but until then, bye bye and see you later.